Happy gardening. The last video I took was on May 21st. So here we are, as you can see. Look at the sunflower. It's already up to my chest. My bells of Ireland are starting to come out. Even my small tomato plants. Look how big my grapevine has gotten. Now this is a blue pea tea. It's going to make that purple lemonade and has the blue flowers, and you can see it's wrapping around. I didn't do that. It's wrapping itself around the pole. I don't know what these black things are. They could be, I don't know if they're insects or what, but my marigold is getting big, and this is my yellow watermelon. It still has a ways to go. Look at this marigold. It is huge. So that is my lemon basil, my lemon balm, my apple mint, my orange mint, my peppermint, and this is lime basil. This is my what's called a spoon tomato, so it's a very small tomato plant. And you can see my creeping thyme and my lemon thyme, my golden lemon thyme, English. And then this is my spearmint, mint spearmint, and sweet lemon mint. Just a chocolate mint. Some of my chives, chard, lavender. And then I have some more mint, common mint that's coming up, and my wild mint that I planted from seed. And then this is all lemon mint that's starting to grow now. Now these chives come back every year. They're huge. I cut them. They're already back. You can already tell that my basil has doubled in size, my green onions. And I'm starting to get flowers on my squash and my zucchini. Now, I have them under the net because of that dang white butterfly. So I will have to pollinate them once they start to open with the toothpick. You know what I mean. Now, when I took pictures on May 21st, my cucumbers were about 4 inches. Now they're all the way up to my shoulder. So you can see how big this vine is now. And I will take some before and after pictures so you can see just how massive this is in comparison to what it looked like before. Same when it comes to all of this mint. And remember, I had this hidden gem in here. It is definitely a lemon drop melon because you can see the melons are starting to grow. And you can tell when I took the picture before, the mint was not over the edge of the bed, and as you can see, it is. This is my dill. It's already turning to seed, so I will cut this weekend and dry the seed out so I can grow more dill. Another marigold there in the corner, some oregano, another spoon tomato, all of my parsley. So I did giant parsley this time, and it still has a long ways to grow. Here's my pepper plant that's still pretty small. More parsley. My rosemary down there at the bottom. Cinnamon basil. And then more parsley. We have baby greens, spinach, which is time for me to cut the last of that. This is called sweet lemon mint. So it's supposed to get much bigger, almost like romaine lettuce. Right now it's kind of looking like spinach or Bibb lettuce, but it still has a ways to go. Our rue, that's just here to keep the bugs away. I'm not trying to eat it. And then my massive tomato plants that have grown 12 to 24 inches. So this one is up to my shoulder. This is the Roma tomato. And as you can see, it is starting to flower now, finally. We're probably going to get some rain tonight or tomorrow. This is my cherry tomato plant, and here is my first cherry tomato, and there's a few over here. I haven't started pruning yet. I will begin pruning probably within the next week or so to give it a little bit more space, but this year I'm trying to see how much it'll grow without the pruning. I've been trying to keep it under control by fastening it next to the cage, but this one is already to the bottom of my chin. And then the last one is my pear tomato plant, and as you can see, it's already over the fence. It's taller than the fence, so it's over 6 feet. And I don't see any pears tomatoes on here yet, but I do have flowers. Oh, here's some. Here are some right there. So yeah, now I'm gonna take the view from the end. Oh, some more on this side. And this doesn't include my strawberries, my raspberries, my beets, which I'm pulling the last of them out, and I haven't pulled my carrots yet because I bought some mason jars and a vacuum sealer, and I plan to can everything. And so let me walk on the other side of the yard where you'll see the rest of my garden. And on this side of the yard is where I have my corn. It's still very, very small, so you only see 3, and I planted 3 more but they haven't sprouted yet. This is the last of my beets. So I'm going to pull all of this over the weekend, and the last of my snap peas. And then here's my carrots, and you can see here that they're shouldering. So they're ready for me to pull, which I'll do this weekend once I'm able to can them. And then I have strawberries, as you can see, starting to grow. I have a lot of strawberries down here, actually. So I'll pull everything once they get a little bit redder. I see a red one down there. And then this is my raspberry plant. So I've been putting this netting, on top of it because the birds keep picking off my raspberries. They've already picked off some. There's one right here. And so all the marigolds that you see, I have grown from seed. These are my red potatoes, and you can tell that these are ready. This is a brand new branch, so I won't pull that, but I will go ahead and dig these up, because once it gets to this point, then that means they're pretty much ready, and then I'll put them on the counter and let them dry out a little bit before we cut into them. And then this is my sweet potato. Now, I also have a flower garden where I test out different flowers for my nursery. So for cut flowers, for people who want bouquets, I have plenty of flowers growing. And in the back here, I made a little gate because of the bunny rabbits, but as you can see, I'm growing some new ones. So that's called a chanter red, and this is actually the chanter white, which is just starting to bloom. And you can see I have a lot of zinnias back here, and those that are labeled, they're starting to come up. So this is my nursery for my flowers, my annual flowers, and some perennials out here, like my mums and my salvias. And then now my gladiolus are starting to come up. I planted probably 50 in this little section here, and you can see they're starting to crown. So you're gonna have a lot of gladiolus, some more zinnia inside there, and then you can see the mums. And then I planted snapdragons in here. And there's all kinds of flowers growing. The celosias are starting to come up. This one is called the blue peacoat can't wait to see what that looks like when it actually blooms. All of these flowers. That almost looks like a cucumber, but it's not. Some other type of flower. Some hostas down there. Those will come back. Oh, that's the celosia that looks like a cucumber. And then a little bit more flowers over here. As you can see, another pot of flowers. Big old sunflower that's all the way up to my chest. And then I have some more zinnias growing over here. Zinnias and marigolds. Zinnias and marigolds. And then this big pot of different kinds of flowers. So that is, oh, my Gara flower is starting to bloom. But friends, that's my garden. Show me yours. See you in the garden.